Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today's lesson, we're going to look at regions of the United States. So if you haven't opened up your Unit 2 notes already, please make sure you do so that you can fill those in as we go along. So earlier in the year, we had said what regions are. Regions are areas with something in common. So we're going to break the United States down into 4 different regions: the Northeast, the South, the Midwest, and the big area of the West. Let's start with the Northeast. The Northeast is the area in which we have the most history because it's one of the earliest areas that we settled in North America. And throughout our history, fishing has always been a very important industry to the Northeast, especially the coastal states of the Northeast. In the Northeast, we have a lot of industry, and historically, coal and steel were big industries, especially in western Pennsylvania, henceforth how the city of Pittsburgh even came into existence. The Northeast is the most densely populated region in the United States because it contains a lot of big cities. Right here from Washington, D.C. to Boston is a very urban area. In fact, that area we call a megalopolis, a string of large cities that have kind of all just grown together. So from Boston the whole way down to Washington, D.C., it ties in some of our bigger cities in the United States. Let's look at the South. So the South's main industry has always been agriculture, and especially cash crops. Some of our original cash crops were cotton and tobacco in the South, but cash crops on big plantations is historically what the South was built on. Now it is starting to industrialize because it has access to the oceans through the Mississippi River. So you have a lot of oil refineries and chemical plants there as well in the South now. The South also relies on tourism, especially during winter months or summer months. People looking to escape to warmer areas, they would go south. Florida is a big tourist destination for both its beaches and one of our favorite places, Walt Disney World. But the whole southern coastline has a lot of beaches that people visit as well, especially another one of our favorites, Myrtle Beach in South Carolina. Let's look at the Midwest. The Midwest has those plains areas in, both the Central Plains and the Great Plains, and this is an area that is very dependent upon agriculture. So you have these large-scale farms for agriculture, and you can ship those farm goods along the Mississippi and Ohio rivers, and those can go anywhere in the world once they reach the Gulf of Mexico. And then we have the region of the West. The West is a very vast region. This area you can see is not very densely populated. So a very sparsely populated region. So it's large open spaces. Where do the people live in the West? Well, along this western coast, from the states of Washington, Oregon, and especially California. In fact, California itself, we said, was the highest populated state in our country at 39 million people. And California has very good agricultural land in it. But California has a lot of technology companies located there as well. So it has a very good economy. If we had California set aside and we wanted to rank it as its own country, it would qualify as 5th in economic output in the world of countries. So it by far in our United States has the most economic output in our country. All right, so there's just a real quick overview of the regions that we can break the United States down into and some of their differences. At this point, make sure you go back into Google Classroom, check out the rest of today's assignment, and make sure you complete it. We'll see you next time.